giant shat earlier. Yes, it did. And completely screwed me over. So I had to redo my Windows profile and all that mess, and it was just a ginormous pain in the dick. Let me double check settings here real quick because snowball. Save. There we go. Hey, Kayla, do you want me to pull you in, or you not cool to do a live? Because I set this up through Google Hangouts, so I can totally invite you in. Let's concealer. Do I want to try concealer today? Do we want to test concealer today? I don't even know. This is what we've got. The Tarte Double Duty Beauty Shape Tape Concealer. It's a contour concealer. Hi, Joy. How are you? Yeah, y'all, random chat today because I don't really have a topic in mind. I got the sinking feeling that somebody was trying to break into my house today while I was in the shower. It was really freaking strange. Here we go. I think I'm gonna try the light concealer just because. There we go. It looks like a pill, doesn't it? Let me see if I can get Kayla in here. Kayla, are you good to come in, or what's going on? Hey, Chris. Hey, how you doing? I'm going to invite Kayla and see if she feels up to. Hi, Josh. Oh, thank you so much. It's been going. Yeah, it's been going. I've got a big fat pain in the dick of a bit of bad news this morning. It seems that even though we've been paying on our payment plan for my son's most recent hospitalization, which was when he was 4 years old and he's 9 now, even though I've been paying on that, it looks like they're going to garnish my husband's wages anyway. So yeah, that's no fun. That's definitely no fun. So I either have to ramp up the YouTube whatnot and start putting out videos every damn day, or I need to go get a regular job like everyone else. I'm not opposed to getting a regular job, but that puts out babysitting, and it puts my daughter to have to pay for childcare. And that's something I'm not cool with, because I used to pay for childcare. It's expensive and stupid. And I ended up quitting my job when my daughter was young, because I was paying as much to the daycare as I was making at my job. Yeah. So I'm not okay with that going on for her. I'm sorry, I got the makeup tower over here. I got this eeny beeny little beauty blender that I'm going to use for concealer. Okay, Chris, I don't know why it held that. Yes, them bastards, indeed. Them bastards, indeed. I need a mirror. Mirror in here. Yeah, that'll work. So I hate using the camera as a mirror because it makes me look terrible. My makeup comes out really, really weirdly whenever I use the camera as a mirror. Yeah, so wage garnishment, not fun. Last time I had wages garnished, it wasn't even wages. Hey, there's my eyeliner. It wasn't even wages. It was my fucking tax returns because I had student loans I had to pay back, which is fine, but I needed my tax money, and I was willing to make a payment arrangement for the student loans, but the government didn't care. They wanted their money, so I didn't get a tax refund for 6 years until that was paid off. So that was painful. But they're talking about taking a quarter of his salary. And that's something that, like, if we could afford to make payments that big, we wouldn't be in this predicament in the first place with this unpaid bill. It's absolutely amazing. All right, this is concealer. I don't usually use concealer too horribly much, but I've got bags under my eyes that you could carry groceries in, and a lot of discoloration along the inside corner of my eye, on both eyes. So we're doing this now. And here I'm just going to stab myself in the eye with a little sponge for a little while, trying to blend this out. It's not going to look normal until I put foundation on. I'll tell you that one already. I think I need more concealer right there. It's funny because this little pill of concealer that I opened, I don't usually use this much. Like, so there's like more than half of it left over. She's only fighting in the Apex games to find out more about herself. Seems exhausting. Like, did you at least check the library first? These powers in-game manifest specifically as portals you can create from one place to another. Okay. And I'll put the glasses back on in a second to check comments. I'm sorry to be behind. To check the chat. Kayla, I sent you an invite, honey. So if you got it, I hope you decide to join. I hope you're feeling better today. Hey, Becky. Hey, how are you? So my final impressions for my implanted top teeth today. Right on. The end of the tunnel is near, Josh. The end of the tunnel is definitely near. Those final impressions are the everything. I promise you. Okay, and now I'm going to try a different foundation. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation. And I figure I will try this since I have lots of moisturizer on right now. I'm going to try this in the light neutral color. I don't even know if this is enough foundation to go across my whole face, but looks like we fixing to find out. Give me a minute. Okay, no problem, Kayla. I hope you're all right. Eep. Okay, let's see how this goes. I'm not used to putting it directly on the brush and then on my face, so that's a little odd. Mirror, which is why I'm looking off camera. Okay, I feel like this has got good coverage. But I'm not going to be putting it directly on the brush anymore. I need to see how much I'm using. And my hair is just doing whatever in the F it wants to because I didn't bother doing anything with it. I just kind of brushed it and left it to dry. So, yeah, that's a proper self-care day, isn't it? I'll go over this concealer with the foundation a little bit. Okie dokie. Well, it looks like this one little sample is going to be enough. Weirdly. Wow, that is a really good match. Holy crap. I might need to change foundations. I've wanted to try this one for like a while now. Yeah, so aside from the wage garnishment bullshit that we're getting ready to deal with. I've had to take time out of my day today to update my resume because one doesn't simply get a job without a resume in this town. And now I have a lovely gap in employment to explain. So that's fucking fantastic. How many of you been through that recently? Not recently. I don't care. Like, I could really use either some encouraging words or a dose of realism on how that's going to go. Let me not forget my nose, because every time I forget to put foundation on my nose, y'all call me out on it. And I'm like halfway through everything else. Okay. There we go. Glasses back on. Water foundation. It's my absolute favorite. Yeah, I'm actually really liking it right now too. It doesn't seem to have washed out my complexion too much, and it doesn't like not match really badly. Like, I feel like I could probably go a little lighter with it, and I probably am wearing too much. Yeah, I've been a stay-at-home mom for a long time too. No, never really had on paper work experience. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a problem. I can definitely see how that would be a hurdle to have to cross. And that's the hurdle that I've got in front of me right now. So yeah, go me. 2 months post-op, so happy with everything so far. Good, Josh. Good. Difficult to wear foundation in Florida with the humidity. Just end up sweating it off. Becky, I'll bet. That's how it's going to be here this summer, so I'm going to wear the foundation while I'm able to. And then when summer comes around, I'll just forget about it. You have your own business. Chris, I do have my own business, but I'm not sure how well that holds up on paper whenever you're trying to get a job with another company. Like, I could ramp up the soap. I could go back to trolling Facebook and running groups and, you know, whoring out my soap and that kind of thing. But I don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be the person that every time you see them online, they're trying to hork something your way. Like, buy my soap every time you see me. So, like, I feel like I might have overdone it with how much I touted for JO's denture lab, because I became the JO's denture lab girl. And that wasn't my intended outcome for that. No. Well, yeah, why not? Language to display move position, speed and direction wherever you're looking. The numbers get way higher. There are 36,000 different positions you can look just up and down, and another 36,000 left and right. And the fastest speed I was able to achieve with Wraith using her ultimate and her special ability, which stack was. That doesn't show up too well on camera. If it shows up real well on camera, that means I've freaking put too much on. Conservative number of possible moves Wraith can make just server tick, not full seconds, just have to be 33 milliseconds. Adding this to a few different modifiers, like if she's jumping, crouched, what gun she has of the two, or her fist, whether she's switching weapons or firing, reloading, blah, 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 gives us a total number. It's one itty-bitty tick of the in-game universe of 21. I think instead of pulling out 10 different palettes to do everything with, I'm going to use just the one. Oh, hey, Grandma. How you doing? I've been wearing light coverage foundation lately. I'm over full coverage. Kayla, right? Oh, my God. That sounds absolutely amazing. I would love a good light coverage foundation because all I've been buying is full coverage. And I feel like with summer coming, if I'm going to still wear foundation at all, it's going to have to be light coverage foundation. Or no foundation at all, because so look at this mess. During. It looks like somebody, like a cow, licked the front of my head. and was like, look, there's your hair. Boy. Oh, well. Crazy Grandma, how are you doing today? How are you? I think I'm going to take the bulk of everything out of one palette today. So I'm going to just use this one, except for I've already done cheeks. So, but this is face, eyes, lippy, a mascara, and an eyeliner, all in the same. And I just put my mirror away. Ha! That's awesome. Trying to avoid like opening up the whole big makeup tower over here and over here and getting into every single layer of it. Opening it completely up. That's a color packer. That's a blender. That one I like to use. There it is. Haven't had a cigarette in 13 days, girl. That's so good. Yay. I'm so proud of you. How's that feeling right now? Like, are you like, I've heard people say that like when they can't have a cigarette for several days, like when I was in therapy, because I went to inpatient, one of the girls that was there for substance abuse told me she was dreaming about cigarettes, and she had only been there for like 4 days. She's like, I'm dreaming about cigarettes, and I'm like, wow, that sucks, man. I don't know what else to say, but that sucks. Throwing up, so I'm going to stay in the comments. Okay, girl, that's cool. I understand. I hope that you get over that soon, because that doesn't sound good at all, man. Let's see. I don't want to go too dark today. So we'll use this color called Memories, which is a brown color. Oh, yeah, I don't want to go too dark, but look how well that shows up on camera. That's awesome. That's neato. Night look in the middle of the morning, afternoon / morning / afternoon. That's okay. I'll be balancing that out here in a little bit. Blow it out with a fat brush or something. I know what happened. I forgot to tap my brush before I put it on. Oh well, too late now. Where's that big fat brush? There it is. Correction stick. Blow that out a little bit. Erase some of it. Holy hell. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. Get rid of that hard line, because I'm not trying to cut crease anything here today. And I feel like I've got a hard line going on right there. Better. Much better. Okay. Whew. What we got going on in the comment section? 8 months. Nice, Chris. The first 3 days were hard, but it's fine now. That's so good. Hi, Melanie. Yeah, man, Kayla, I'm so sorry that you're feeling bad. I hope that you feel better soon. I haven't felt that bad in at least a couple of weeks. So, thankfully, let me knock on some wood here. Thankfully, the bug has seemed to jump over my house and hasn't been by. Didn't you say that your boys were sick before? I think we're going to go for a gold color to go with this. This one's called Rum Runner. Mirror. That's a lid color. Yep. Definitely a lid color. never feel like I can overdo this part. The lid color, this shimmer stuff is just pretty. Like, no matter how much of it you put on, it's just pretty. And again, I am not a beauty guru, so, like, don't listen to me. This is just an old lady rambling on about how she likes to do her makeup. By no means does that mean that anybody else should follow my fucking example. Holy hell. Little highlight. Because I can. Alright, now I need that flatter brush. Because my eyes are still looking, I'm looking tired. God, I'm looking tired. We're gonna go for this one in the middle called Upgrade. So I'm not planning on using an eyeliner, but we'll see if I need it or not. And I don't want to pull it too far across all the way to the inside corner of my eye because, well, on the lower anyway, because I'm old. And I want it to open my eye up instead of pulling it down. I want like a lift action going on, if that's even a thing. So I don't put it all the way to the inside of my, to the inside corner of my lower eyelid. Like, never, never. Like, maybe halfway. And that's as far as it goes. I probably need to blow that out a little bit. Yeah, that's a little better. I don't know. I'm gonna put my glasses on so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Bryson's been sick with you. Aw. Hi, Christina. Girl, you're just a baby. I'm old. Girl, I'll be 40 this year. Okay. And you see this? This is the mom Wi-Fi right here. That's the Wi-Fi indicator of how much what the fuck am I thinking about you right now. That's right there. And when you're 20, you don't have the mom Wi-Fi. Therefore, I am old. 43. Girl, you're not old either. Call me a baby. You only got 3.5 years on me. Bitch, please. 58. That's not old either. I don't think that you're old until you're old. Like, once you are old, then that's that. And there's not really a number that goes along with that. I know 75-year-old women that still go fucking skydiving, okay, and do everything that they did when they were in their younger day. And I don't feel like there's a number attached to old. I feel like old isn't just a state of mind, it's a state of being, and you're not there until you're there. So, like, I joke and I say that I'm old like all the time, but in reality, I'm not old, not yet. You know, middle age suits me fine. Should I see 70-year-olds who dress like teenagers? Girl, isn't that the truth? The ones that be shopping in the junior section in Target and stuff. You see them in Rue 21 in the mall, like, hey, Granny, what's up? Ones that are old enough to be my granny. Like, hey, Granny, what's going on? Buying a sequin shirt and some belly jeans. Some boot cut belly jeans. Low rise. Is that what the kids are calling it now? Low rise? Yep, girl. They say you're as old as you feel, and I feel old. Girl, I felt about 85 this morning when I rolled out of bed. But I've been up and moving some since then, so it's slowly getting better as the day goes on, I think. I need to put on some eyelashes, which doesn't mean that I'm going to put on some actual eyelashes because I don't have patience for that today. And I have cleaning and stuff to do, so I'll probably sweat the glue off and then have them like hanging down and looking all weird. No, I'm gonna use this Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara to make the lashes that I have show up a little better. Because I still don't feel like I have that open eye look. I feel like I still look tired. And I was hoping to get away with not using an eyeliner pen today. I don't know if I can get away with it or not. I can probably get away with it. Ugh, are my eyes sufficiently buggy and open looking? I sure hope so, because I've got an ungodly amount of mascara going on already. Holy crap. Okay. That's it for that. What do I do with the... Where is it? There it is. And I'm going to use this lip color that's in this palette that I have. And this is called Not a Nude. Not a like nautical nude. It's a nice light color, but I love the Tarte lipsticks because they hang around forever and they feel nice the whole time they wear. And it has a nice scent to it. Like, it doesn't smell like a crayon. Which I don't have a problem with how crayons smell, but I would rather not be smelling a crayon right under my nose all day long. So I'm waiting for a package in the mail. Jamie said that he sent me something. If I'm not mistaken, he said he sent me an impression kit to do these takeaway impressions for the little thingies that attach to my implants, because he is on it about wanting to do these implanted lowers for me, because he hates my affordable dentures. So since I can't wear my lower, he feels like he should redo the lower to accommodate the implants. And I'm cool with that. Like, I don't have to spend more money to have the lower to accommodate. So I still, $450 for my matching set. So he's going to do that lower, and that's just fine with me. I'm interested to see the impression material that he sends me, though, because it's not your standard impression material. It's harder stuff so that it'll actually pick up the things off of my implants. If memory serves, though, when I did the impressions for the implant retained lower denture at affordable dentures, though, they did a regular impression with my posts in, and then just stuck the little retainers where the posts go. So I'm not sure. I'm going to have to get with Jamie when I get his package and see exactly what there is to do. I'm wading into somewhat unfamiliar territory, which, after all the research I've done and the things that I've seen and the experience that I've been exposed to where dentures are concerned, it's a little weird, like, not knowing something. I'm going to have to do some more research on implant retained denture making processes and see exactly what's involved there, so that I can report back on it and see what the norm is, so I can report back on it, because I know folks are interested. I wish I could pull off the junior section, girl. I wish I could pull on the junior section. They don't make them in my size. Going on a month with immediate dentures and still not getting adjusted to them yet. Crazy Grandma got 23 extractions and immediate dentures on March 11th, and she hates them. They fall out. I had that problem at first with my immediate dentures too. I am A year and some odd days in, like post extraction. I had all of my teeth yanked. 25 extractions on March 6th of last year. So I'm a month and a couple of weeks, or a year and a couple of weeks out. I didn't get used to my immediate dentures. Like, not even gonna lie. Like, there was never a time where I didn't forget that I had my immediate dentures in my mouth. And they fit so poorly that I ended up with these. This is a intermediate set from JO's Denture Lab. I ended up buying these because I was so unhappy with how the immediate dentures fit, or rather didn't fit. The copious amounts of glue I had to use as often as I had to reline them, the copious amounts of denture fit that I went through, and that stuff is not cheap. Like, it's not priced for immediate denture wearers. It's priced for, you know, if you have your perms and you need a little adjustment before you don't quite need a hard reline, but you need an adjustment, then it's good for a soft reline for permanent denture wearers, or even for intermediate dentures like these. These I bought after my healing had slowed down a bunch. Like, I had a whole lot of gum changing in the first 3 months, and then almost it slowed to a crawl. Okay, so I had these done. These have a layer of ProSoft soft reline kit in them right now that has been in there since October. So these could probably use a hard reline, Jamie. Maybe I'll go ahead and pay for a hard reline. 27 extracted on February 27th. Holy cow. Really frustrated. Cannot find any info on full extraction immediate dentures here in South Africa. Don't know if it's one set or immediate and permanent all in one. That, Belinda, is a question that you're going to have to ask the provider, if it's 2 different sets or if they do the hard reline to the immediate dentures to turn them into your permanent dentures. Because that's something that happens here in the States at a lot of different, and I call them denture mills, places like Affordable Dentures, which for me, it was 2 sets. Aspen Dental, your Western Dental, your Spring Dental, chain stores like those. A lot of times your immediate dentures are intended to be your permanents, and a hard reline will get you from one to the other. So, but where that's concerned, you know, the immediate dentures are really, really pretty whenever they're supposed to be your perms. So that's something that you probably want to ask your provider about. Gotta run. Have a great day. You too, Chris. Thank you for stopping by and being here, honey. I appreciate you. I'm not a candidate for implants, so I'm stuck. Yeah, I don't have implants on the upper, just on the lower, right here. And my lower denture will still rock back and forth when I wear it, but it doesn't do the floaty, move around everywhere freaking mess that my lowers would do before I had the implants engaged or the posts put in and had them, you know, start being used. Like, I don't have that same floaty problem, and that is a big relief. But there are other things that you can do. There is a company called Stable Dent that makes, and let me get a display denture here so I can show you. Where is this lower display denture? Okay, if you have big walls on the inside of your lower denture, like here and here, see how these are, they come down really low? This will sit underneath of your tongue on this denture. Like, this is down lower than your tongue. Stable Dent will give you 2 little, and they're like this big for comparison. Okay, they're like that tall, they're like that wide, little acrylic pieces that you attach to your dentures, or they'll attach them for you if you want. But they attach to your dentures, and then it sits under your tongue. They stick out like, see where my thumbs are? They stick out kind of like that, down at the bottom of your denture wall there. and your tongue will rest on top of those. You don't even know. I tried them on my old lower. You don't even know it's there. Like your tongue just rests right on top of it, and it helps to stabilize that lower denture and hold it into place without even trying. And the stable dent stabilizers are really, really wonderful when implants aren't an option for you. Even if you are a candidate for implants, the stable dent retainers are a good option because they will stop that rocking back and forth that you get with a dual implant retained lower denture. So I'm actually really, really, really happy that Dr. Kandarian, and he's a denturist that developed the stable dent system. I'm really, really happy that Dr. Kandarian was able to come on to Denture Talk, and back when I used to do Denture Talk with Margaret, and on Chomper Chat here to help explain that and stuff, because I learned a bunch about his system, and it's actually really awesome. But if you're not a candidate for implants, then that might be a good second option for you. Went to Aspen Dental, big mistake. Wow. Even products, I can't find any info on if I get a starter kit, where to buy stuff and what to buy. Belinda, I don't know if you are a member of any of the denture support groups on Facebook, but if you're not, you might go ahead and search it up, like do a Facebook search for denture support groups. I actually have one called Chomper Chat. It's like new denture wear support questions and answers, something like that. But if you have questions about products, the best place to get answers to your questions about products are people who use the products usually. And inside of the denture support groups on Facebook, there are lots and lots of people who have lots of experience with lots of different things, and they're all very nice and very helpful. And it might be worth it for you to join a group or two if you haven't already and ask your questions there. Have an awesome idea. Kayla, what's your awesome idea? I just used the Denture Fit. I heard good things about this product, so I will see. Yeah, Denture Fit was great for holding the upper, for improving suction on my upper. It was fantastic for that. But for immediate dentures, I was just reapplying and reapplying and reapplying it so often. And the amounts of it that I used were just so much that I don't recommend it for immediate dentures, because it gets expensive. But if you can do, or you might have a case where you're like Kayla didn't need all that stuff. She never wore adhesive with her immediate dentures and never had a problem with suction. So, I mean, you could have an instance like mine where they just fall out the first time you think about opening your face, or you could have, an experience like Kayla's, or anywhere in between. So whether or not Denture Fit is going to be a good fit for your immediate dentures, it's really going to depend on your individual situation. Mine fell out since the first day I got them. Yep, crazy grandma, I know all about that. I think they made them too big. They'll be made into my perms. They'll probably even be more bulky. Then I'll order the mail order dentures after a year. That's not a bad plan. After you get your permanent dentures, if they are too bulky, like, give them a couple of weeks for your face to get used to them. If you still find that they're too bulky, by all means, go for mail order. It's amazing to me what these mail order denture technicians can accomplish from 1,000, 2,000 miles away from you that your local dentist can't accomplish with you right there in the chair looking at your face. Like, it's amazing to me. Never had any denture support on Facebook. I had all of my support on YouTube. YouTube is a really good resource too, John. That's absolutely right. But if you want that instant interaction, I think that Facebook is probably a better venue for that. Used it on the lowers as well. I have no suction even on the tops. I'm just frustrated with it all. Christina, I can Totally relate. See, and I use denture fit on my lower too, and the lower you don't really expect to get suction with, but depending on how you apply the denture fit to your lower, you can totally get some suction to help retain the fit of that lower, to retain it in your mouth for longer periods, especially when eating. Especially when eating. The support groups are amazing. I learned so much from them. Crazy Grandma, that is so true. I learned so much from support groups. It's like stupid. Like, I didn't even realize that there were support groups until after I had been making videos for a little while. And when I finally joined one and got to know, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Got to know some of the people in there and the admins and everybody who had already been down the road that I was walking at the time, like being a new denture wearer and fresh off of extractions, and holy hell, what did I get myself into? Like, they were all so great. So many good people in that community. The Molly report just dropped. No collusion, no obstructions. So that means I'm Gucci, right? You know, DT, I don't know. I don't follow your antics, so I have no idea. Still eating soft foods. I just can't hardly eat with these things. Girl, it took me weeks, and I mean weeks, to get to where I was eating solid food regularly. I don't think I ate much besides Ensure shakes. That wasn't like an experimental, let me try to eat this right now type of thing for a video, for the first 2 weeks entirely. And if I never see another chocolate Ensure shake in my life, it'll be too soon. I got so sick of them. But keep trying to eat that banana, keep trying to munch on peanuts, keep trying to, you know, bite into that peanut butter sandwich without losing your teeth. Like, keep trying new things, and eventually one of these times you'll be at a level where you can get the thing that you try. Just keep trying new things, and don't give up, because giving up on the denture thing, I mean, you're gonna have dentures for the rest of your life. So giving up is kind of not an option. To take my teeth out to eat. Aw. No way I can eat with these things. I can totally relate. That's how I felt about it at the beginning too. I don't know if you've watched my older videos from last March and April, but I've been vlogging about my denture journey ever since 2 days before my extractions. So there's a lovely before picture of my gnarly, starting off with my natural, what was left of my natural teeth, on up to and including, you know, when I got my intermediate dentures from JOs, when I got my perms from Affordable Dentures. Like, I would try to eat new foods like salad or pasta or, you know, pizza, different things in videos, because I didn't want to be alone when I tried it and feel this horrifying sense of failure when I couldn't do it. It was easier for me to do it on camera and involve the community. So I've got some older videos with some tips on how to make eating a little bit easier with dentures, and Bill Westland has videos about how to eat with dentures that you might find helpful as well. I'm tired of mashed potatoes. I never want to see them ever again. Christina, I know those feels. That is too true. That's me with carnation breakfast essentials right now. Yeah, man, I can't even do like the carnation breakfast essentials or like the weight loss shakes or anything, because the Ensure shakes just turned me off from all of it. Like, I see one and I want to go what? Because it's just, I just can't with it. I love Bill's videos. Yes, Bill's videos are really good, especially his older ones, I think. I haven't watched many of the newer ones, but some of his videos from when he first started out really helped me a lot. I tried chewing gum, epic fail. Hi, Judy. How are you? Welcome. chewing gum is an interesting experience for me. I can chew gum with my lowers out. I can chew gum with no teeth. I can chew gum with my uppers and my lowers in. But you can't, excuse me, holy cow. I can't chew gum the same way that I used to chew gum when I had my natural teeth. Like there's a whole different, and you'll figure it out for yourself. There's a whole different like way to do it. I don't really know how else to say that. I feel like you have to chew a little faster. You have to move it around in your mouth a little more, like it has to travel further faster. And I feel like you have to swallow spit a whole lot more whenever you chew gum with dentures as opposed to whenever you chew gum with just your natural teeth. Because there's more than just the teeth that it can get stuck to. It can get stuck to your plate. It can get stuck to any of the acrylic that's in there. That blah feeling was me with applesauce. Dude, don't get me started on applesauce. Applesauce, regular applesauce, sugar-free applesauce, no sugar added applesauce, cinnamon applesauce, unsweetened cinnamon applesauce, you name it. I can't even eat apple pie anymore, dude. Cannot even eat apple pie anymore. It's friggin' sad. Diagnosed last week with diabetes, so I'm not supposed to eat carbs or sweets, and I can't eat meat yet, so I pretty much don't know what to eat. Oh, okay. Can't eat meat yet. The very first meats that I was able to eat when I first got my dentures was breakfast sausage, believe it or not. Maybe because it falls apart real easy once you get it inside of your face, but ground beef and breakfast sausage were my very good friends to start off with. So maybe that would be a good starting point for you. Kept getting stuck on the top plate. Yeah. I don't know what brand you're trying to chew, Christina, but for me, anything that's sugar-free is really good for not sticking too badly to dental work. Like you can pull it off real easy. But the Freedent gum, which was actually made for people with dental work in mind, works really, really well at not sticking to anything ever. Like after you get past like the first 5 minutes of chewing, it won't stick to anything. It's fantastic. Freedent, yes. So you're chewing Freedent anyway, and it got stuck to your upper stuff. It sounds like me when I first decided that chewing gum would be good practice for eating. I got gum stuck from here all the way up along here, all the way back to here. It was like this big line of it. I had to take out my dentures and scrub them down with peanut butter to get all of the gum off of them when I first started out. So I would chew gum with no teeth in so that I could get used to where to put my tongue when I was chewing gum. And from there, I went to chewing it with all my teeth in, and it was fine. I want to say that chewing gum without teeth helped me learn to chew gum with extra teeth. So I'm new at this, so I'm like, let's do this. Nope, it failed. Aw. Well, all I can tell you, Christina, is keep trying. That's so important. Just keep trying. Don't give up. Like, the gum doesn't get to win, dude. It doesn't. Maybe try steam fresh veggies and oatmeal with Truvia sugar. Yeah. Yeah, because veggie carbs are not as carby as starch carbs, if that makes sense. Like they're more diabetic friendly, I think, than starch carbs, than like your potatoes and your cereal and your pasta and your bread. Yeah. It might do you a solid to talk to a nutritionist at your local hospital, or see if there's a nutritionist at your doctor's practice right now that you can talk to, because they can really get you going in the right direction. They're so helpful with all of the info that they have, and it's like they know all the crap off the top of their head. They're friggin' amazing. I'm not giving up. I tell my brain I will win. There you go. That's how to do it, girl. Hey, yes, girl. That's so great. I'm so happy to hear about your unflappable attitude. That's fantastic. Okay, now that I'm in front of the camera, I feel like I've orange faced it. I will probably, maybe I just didn't blend well enough back here. I don't know. Thanks, I'll try that. I'm supposed to go to diabetes class, just waiting on them to call me. There you go. Definitely never give up. It's all a learning curve for sure. It is, Josh. It totally is. I'm at that point right now because I can't place too much pressure down right now. Yes. For me, it was important at first because I had so many extractions all over my whole inside of my face. Like there wasn't a spot where, like, it wasn't just on this side, it wasn't just the top, it wasn't just in the back, it was everywhere. All from front to back, top and bottom, just missing teeth and holes and blood, and it was ew. Learning to grind food doing this motion, like taking your, if you look at it from the top down, it's like I'm making a circle like this with my jaw, and putting one piece of something on each side in between teeth, and then kind of rolling it around to grind it up instead of chewing. That up and down chewing motion doesn't do me any favors nowadays. It's that grinding motion like that. Try a food processor. I use mine all the time. Girl, I can't put grown people food in a food processor. Like I can make a smoothie and handle that. That's fine, but I can't with the chopped up little meats and already chewed food. It just it's a texture thing for me. Like if something goes into my food processor, it better be going into a dish that has much larger pieces. Maybe that's just a me thing. Donna, do you get less food caught in your snap-on bottoms? I don't. I get more. Because there's a gap here between the gum and the trough of the lower denture. I can actually suck air if I pull my lip out like this. And I know that's stupid that I know this, but if I pull my lip out like this, I can push air like that through there whenever I have that lower in, and I get food caught up in there all the time. It's so much worse than when I just had that floating lower. Like I know that sounds completely stupid, but that's exactly what's going on. It's worse. Everyone doesn't notice the clicking sound when trying to chew, but I think it's annoying. Yes. That's another reason I do the grindy motion instead of that up and down chewy deal, because that clicky noise, it's like on a chalkboard. Oh my god, why do I have the yawns? Oh, I haven't taken my meds or had any coffee yet. Oops, that might explain it. I can eat chicken and baked fish, but nothing else. Again, for me, it was breakfast sausages, like, and ground beef. The very first, like, fast food, solid food that I ate was a McDonald's cheeseburger. And the only reason it wasn't a double cheeseburger is because I was trying to go slow and that kind of thing. So it was a cheeseburger with only Big Mac sauce because I didn't want to fuck with trying to chew pickles and all of that. And it worked out really beautifully. Like it fell apart in my mouth with no problem. The question's answered since my bottoms will be snap-on. Let me just say, now I'm going to be in trouble. I'm going to get snap-ons when my time is ready. Just because, late as always, Johnny, you're fine. Welcome. Better late than never. I'm so happy you're here. But as far as the experience with getting food caught underneath of the lower goes, that could just be a thing that's specific to me because there is a space between my gum and the trough of my lower denture. The implants cause it to sit up just a little too high in the front, and that's where my problem is. I'm sure that there's an adjustment that I could get, or if I got them remade, that would go away. Or I could just fill in that gap with glue if I wanted to, like with a denture adhesive, and I wouldn't get and use that as a barrier for food, and I wouldn't get that food under there. But it's, for me, that would be a bigger pain in the dick than just going into the bathroom and unsnapping my denture and rinsing it out real quick and putting it back in. That's not, it's not anything that's like a big deal to go do. It's just like click click and then rinse it off and then click click and put it back in, and no big deal, no problem. Damn it, for fuck's sake. Hey Kim, hey. How are you? I'm so glad you guys are here. My hair is doing fun things today. I'm looking like 1985 right now with my phew. It's like so feathered, like in the back it could be like a butt. Just because I didn't do anything with it when I washed it. I just like washed it, and I did have it parted on the side, but it looks like it's decided to do its own thing. It's getting about time for another dye job. Like, look at those roots. Look at those roots. So yeah, it's about time for another round of pink or purple or blue or something. Oh, thank you, Keldall. I appreciate that. One of the big things that I get asked all the time is, especially from new denture wearers, is when does the pain stop? Because, I mean, let's face it, healing up after full extractions or any extractions is not the most timely process, nor is it the easiest process to go through. My biggest advice for people who want to know when the pain stops is to stay ahead of the pain with the pain medication that your doctor prescribed for you. Don't be an obstinate, stubborn fool like me and decide, nope, I'm not going to take pain meds because I don't want a pill problem, because I have an addictive personality, so I worry about that. And by the end of that day, I was trekking to Walgreens. There's a video that I did that day. I was so upset because I was in so much pain. The pain will eventually go away. I promise. It takes a couple of weeks for everything to heal up, and for chewing to not be a problem, and for yawning to not be a problem, and for accidentally sticking your tongue down in one of the holes to not be a problem. I mean, everything here was just big open holes, and look, a year later, it's solid, and it's like that up on the upper too. So it's a time thing. It really does get better, I promise. I know that at first it seems like it doesn't, and it's not going to, but it will, I promise. Looks awesome. Thank you, Christina. Purple. Ibuprofen is all they gave you? Okay, so you might want to alternate that with acetaminophen. And each of them you take every 4 hours, right? So take your ibuprofen, and then 2 hours later, take a dose of acetaminophen. 1,000 milligrams is prescription strength. And I want to say that that's 2 extra strength Tylenol, maybe 3. It depends on the dosage that's in them when you buy them from the store. But after 2 hours, take that. And then 2 hours later, you're ready for ibuprofen again, because you take it every 4 hours. But you still have that acetaminophen working in the background. So the ibuprofen for pain and inflammation, and then acetaminophen for pain, and alternate them. That was what got me through it. 100% was alternating, like this, then that, then this, then that, then this, then that, and taking pills more often than every 2 hours, than every 4 hours. Because if I took everything all at once every 4 hours, it totally would have worn off. And then I'm in pain waiting and watching the clock before I can take the next dose. Vicodin and Advil. That sounds like a fantastic. I didn't realize they still prescribed Vicodin. I haven't seen a Vicodin pill in a really long time. 2 to 3 weeks for me until the pain stopped. I'm going to be at 3 months, April 3rd. Judy, thank you for sharing that. How long is it wise to wear the dentures 24/7? I wore mine 24/7 for the first 3 days because I was instructed to by my doctor. Every study, every article, every bit of research that I've done says don't sleep in your dentures and soak your dentures and clean your dentures daily. And it has everything to do with thrush. There's an increased risk of getting thrush of when you wear an oral appliance overnight. It just is what it is. Matter of fact, the 5 days that I spent in treatment, they gave me this swishy stuff that tasted really freaking disgusting to kill off candida yeast in my mouth because I wear dentures in the first place. And I don't wear an overnight appliance, but they just automatically just give it to everybody who wears an oral appliance, period, whether that be a night guard for TMJ, whether that be a retainer, whether it's dentures, whether it's a partial, they give everybody that stuff while you're in treatment. So I'm going to say, for me, I only wore them overnight the first 3 days. After that, I took them out every night. That's a question for your dentist, though, because your situation might be different than mine was. But my dentist instructed me to wear them for 3 days and only take them out to rinse and clean them, every couple of hours at first. And it helped to keep all of the bleeding and the risk for dry socket and everything right after extractions down to a minimum. Mine was more sore spots than anything. Yeah, I had a big problem with sore spots at first too, from where my dentures didn't fit correctly and they would rub in places and they would cause some pretty gnarly sore spots. You have old school dentists who don't prescribe the good stuff. I know. Oh my God. I think they gave me Norco, which is like hydrocodone and acetaminophen, and ibuprofen. And that's what I used. But when I ran out of the Norco, I replaced it with just straight up acetaminophen, and doing the switcheroo every 2 hours really helped me stay ahead of the pain. Oh, Kel, thank you for smashing that like button, honey. I appreciate that. You have a real good day, okay? I got it after 3 days of extractions and immediate dentures. It sucks. Yeah, I had thrush when I first got my dentures. When I got it, it made my tongue hurt, like, to do that. Heh. That's not thrush. That's ice cream. I promise. I totally ate like peanut butter ice cream before I got on here. And didn't brush my mouth out before I decided, Mom, I'm gonna do YouTube right now. But it hurt to bend my tongue when I had thrush, and it was some of the most disgusting stuff. I mean, I've got this tongue cleaner thing. It looks like a little plastic loop on the end of a toothbrush handle, and you should have seen the stuff that come up out from the in-betweenies in my taste buds on the back of my tongue when I had thrush. It was absolute grody. Absolute grodiness. Anyone else here ever had thrush? For me, it was painful. Like, I would have expected it to be itchy. I'm glad it wasn't itchy, because an itch inside of my mouth is not a fun experience. When my stitches were healing, they itched so much. I wanted to just take out my dentures and scratch while everything was healing up in there. It was so itchy. It was horrifying. So if thrush were itchy, I don't think I could have dealt with it like I did. It was fairly easy to get rid of. So if you get it, don't worry. There are treatments, and I think swishing with yogurt was probably the best thing that I did. I'd swish with yogurt and then swish with apple cider vinegar, clean my tongue real good first, and then clean it again afterwards, and it went away in like a week. I also use Orajel mouthwash. I couldn't even eat with the thrush. I know, right? Oh my God. The thrush was so painful. Like if anything touched my tongue, or if my tongue like at all, like bent at all, it was like stabby, 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 stabby in the mouth. And it didn't feel good at all. So I'm not the only one that dealt with the stitch itch. Oh, honey, no, it's not just you. The stitch itch is real. It's very, very real. It was horrible for my upper appliance. The upper's permanently screwed in, so it was doubly as horrible. Oh, Josh, I can't imagine. Oh my gosh. I wish that I had all-on-4 on the upper. I sure do. Because it would be less bulky and it would be easier to deal with, I think. But with the stitch itch, I'm really glad that I was able to take out my appliance and rinse and at least suck some air through there so it was cold. So it helped the itchies out a lot. Like if I sucked on a piece of ice, or I drank some cold water, or if I rinsed with cold water, it helped the itchies a bunch. You're taken out. I was happy, happy, happy. Right? I went all-in-4 maybe one day. I do too. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm happy with my lower implants to the point where I would like to have, because like an all-in-4 denture doesn't have this bit. Like it's just this, and like none of this is here, and it screws in up against your gums, and you don't have all that bulk back behind it. It's just like having teeth, because that's all you have is teeth. Teeth and the screws that hold them in, but then they hide that in a recess in the teeth behind more tooth material, so you don't even know where the screws are. Like I feel like the procedure is expensive, but I feel like it's probably worth it. The all-on-4 for my upper was my only option because of the bone loss over the last 6 years of having nothing there. Oh, so you went without teeth for 6 years and had some bone loss. Okay, that I wouldn't, and people don't realize you don't only just experience bone loss on the lower, you can experience it in the upper too, because there is an alveolar layer of bone in both of those, your mandible and your maxillary. There's an alveolar layer in both. So if you A, don't wear dentures enough, or B, wear ill-fitting dentures for too long, you'll experience accelerated bone loss from that. Temporary bridge on top will have some of the acrylic, just FYI. Thank you for that, Josh. That's good information that I did not have before. I was going to look into the horseshoe for the top. What's your opinion on that? I love my horseshoed uppers. And I say uppers because my JO's is horseshoed. See? It's horseshoed. I did that myself. And my upper from Affordable Dentures is horseshoed as well. As soon as I put it in, before they horseshoed it for me, I immediately had that gag thing going on whenever I tried to talk, because the back of it was just so far back. It totally ran into... Okay, yawning is just going to be a fact of life at this point, I think. It ran into my soft palate in the upper, and it caused me to gag. So as soon as they got that middle part out, it was instant relief from that, and I haven't had a problem with a gag reflex due to wearing dentures since then. Never could acclimate to the upper denture plate because of my massive gag reflex. Right? And I don't have a massive gag reflex, but so the fact that the denture was causing me that issue, it was doubly troubling. Oh, say that 5 times fast. It was doubly troubling because it's not anything that I was expecting, and it's not anything that I was used to. I had to have bone grafts because of the bone loss on upper and lower. Not sure if it took until April. I'm sure that it probably took. If you haven't had a lot of issues with your bone graft sites, then I'm sure you're probably in good shape. Most awesome is the horseshoe upper. Kim, I agree with you fully. I absolutely agree with you. Mine is so bad that I had to be sedated for the upper impression to be done before my implant procedure. Wow, dude. I had some gag reflex going on for impressions. Like, I'm not even going to try and lie about that. But I had a little packet, like the little single serve packets of salt. Jamie told me that in the office where he works for his day job, they'll put salt on your tongue before they do the upper impression so that you don't gag. So I had that little packet of salt with me. And I put salt on my tongue, and they did the impression, and I didn't gag. Like, it works. Because I was thinking, like, maybe I'll spray some Chloraseptic back there, or something else to numb the back of my mouth, so the back of my throat, and the upper part of the back of my mouth back there, so that I, couldn't feel what was going on and not gag because I couldn't feel it. But he said the salt worked, and I'll be damned, it sure does. It's weird, but it totally works. Can't talk and gagging is horrible. Hey, Angela. Hi, welcome. Hey, girl. Hey. Yeah, Christina, if you have a horrible gag issue, you might want them to shave just a little bit. Hold on, I have a display denture. Let me stop taking my denture out of my mouth. Here's a display denture that hasn't been altered, okay? What you can do is have them take some of this off right through here, and that will help to lessen your gag reflex. See how this is kind of like a slight U shape right here? This has been shaved down so that the wearer doesn't deal with a gag reflex, but not that much, just over here. My aunt is a dental assistant, and everything didn't work on me, and then I just got frustrated, so it was just all around bad. Oh, man. Josh, that's terrible. Hi, Kay. Yeah, this is live. Definitely ask questions if you have them. Just say, hey, whatever. Yeah, totally live, man. I do these every once in a while. I get a wild hair up my butt and decide, I'm going to go talk to people today. You put the salt on the back of your tongue where your palate is. Now, I put it right here, just on the end, like right here. I didn't think to put it in the back. I didn't ask Jamie where to put it. I just kind of put it here and then swished it around with some spit and swallowed it. I don't know. They won't listen to me. They said if they do, I won't have the suction. They tried to tell me that when I got my permanents at Affordable Dentures as well. If we cut that off, if we horseshoe that, you're not going to have suction. I said, I'll deal with wearing glue, a little layer of it for the rest of my life. And I already had experience with this. So I know that I'm not going to lose suction. So like if you don't take too much of it off, I'm not going to lose suction, because they're convinced that dam in the back, and that's what they call this bit right here. And I forget the name of it. It's like something dam, and I forget the name of it. I just like saying dam. Dam. No, not really. But they think that this bit here is what causes your suction, and if you lose this bit, then you're going to lose your suction. That's partially true, but not 100% true, and you can totally rework the way that your speech works to not dislodge it, if that makes sense. Hello, just tuning in. Hi, Caprice. Welcome. I haven't seen you in forever, girl. How you doing? How are you? Some adhesive may make more gagging than some others. It may just be the taste, not sure. Yeah, for me, the deal with adhesive was with my immediate dentures. They were so ill-fitting. I was using so much adhesive. We're talking a layer of powder, a layer of paste, and another layer of powder over that in one application, and then shove it into my face. It would make this, because your saliva will break it down over time, it would make this oozy, disgusting, and you could suck it out from up above, you know, where the edges of your denture are, where the edges of the walls are, and it would ooze out slowly over the course of the day. And that, like swallowing that all the time, because I'm not a big spitter. Oh wow, please don't take that the wrong way. Oh man. I would swallow the adhesive stuff all the time, and it made me sick to my stomach. So I can totally relate. Busy moving, Caprice. Okay. Welcome to our gummy family, Kay. Yes. Literally just got home after extractions and full dentures 20 minutes ago. Bleeding, numb, swollen. Need a happy story. All right, honey. Well, let's see. First of all, congratulations on starting your denture journey. It does get better. Day 3 is going to suck. So icy and cold things are going to be your friend. Like for me, at first, it was eating popsicles and frozen fruit bars. And after that, it was a nice cold drink of anything. And I also used like a bag of frozen peas and put it, 20 minutes on, 20 minutes over here, 20 minutes over here, 20 minutes over here, until the peas would thaw out. And then I go plop it back in the freezer and get a bag of corn. Who is calling me? No one. It's an alarm. Big coffee drinker. Have to go through multiple times through the day. Yes. Swear by Secure. Yes. Horseshoe won't move. Absolutely. Secure is the shiznit. I love Secure adhesive. Love, love, love it. Most issue I'm having right now is the constant dry mouth. And Dr. B's products, the Clean-A-Dent paste, helps me out with that a lot. I find that... Oh, so sorry. I should probably make myself a cup of coffee and take my damn meds, because I haven't done either of those things yet today. But I find that Dr. B, like I will swallow spit all day long now that I have dentures, where before I wasn't salivating as much, and I won't leave it to hang around as long as it should. Dr. B's product, the Clean-A-Dent paste, has actually helped my denture dry mouth issue a bunch. Like a bunch. So that might be something to look into. Excuse my Ativan, Vicodin typing. Girl, that is fine. I see, and I say girl, I like automatically assume female, because I'm female and girls come to visit me. But yeah, honey, whatever it is that you've got going on there, I know where you've been. They gave me, was it Ativan? No, it was... It starts with a V. It's not Vicodin. It's like an anti-anxiety medication. I don't know why I can't remember it right now. But that, and I don't even remember what they gave me now. It was 2 of one and 1 of the other, and I was so out of it. I don't remember any of the procedure, and I'm okay with that. So you're fine. Whatever typing errors you've got in store for us, we're cool. I am 100% fluent in typo, my dude. It's all good. Where can I go for the horseshoe, because my dentist won't do it? You can call around to other... If you're not comfortable with doing it yourself, like I did mine on this denture with a Dremel tool, like oh shit, this is still sitting here open. I am a bad person. Hang on. A rotary tool like this with a little, there's like a little disc attachment that goes on the end of it that's like a cutting disc, and that's what I used to cut that out right here. And then I used a little sandpapery end to smooth it out so that it didn't feel weird while it was inside of my face. If you're not comfortable with doing yours yourself, though, you could call around a couple of the private practices, and it's usually the private practices more so than the bigger offices that'll be more willing to work with you. Look up denturist in the phone book. What decade is this? Look up denturist with your town's name in Google, okay? And call around a couple of different places and say, hey, I'm having a problem with a gag issue with my upper denture. Is there any chance I could bring it to you and have you horseshoe it because the guy who made it won't touch it? And just ask flat out. Say, I'm not concerned about voiding a warranty. I just need this gag issue fixed. And they'll totally work with you. You don't have to get everything done at the place where you went to get the dentures in the first place. You don't have to. If you're not concerned about voiding the warranty, you so don't have to. Phone book. I know, Kim. Thank you for calling me out on that. Oh my God. You should live by me. I'd have you do it. I live in Adrian, Michigan. Yeah, Tulsa, Oklahoma is a little bit of a drive from Adrian, Michigan. I don't know if you have a significant other or maybe a sibling or a parent or something that is comfortable with using a rotary tool. But if you do and you can't find help from a local denturist in your area, you might ask one of them to kind of shave some of that off at the back for you and then smooth it out so that you can actually wear it. 2:30. That means Pete will be home soon. Don't have a warranty. Okay. You may have a business going. Yeah. Making everybody's adjustments on their dentures for them. It wouldn't be a bad racket. It wouldn't, but I don't know in my state, like if you have to be licensed or whatever to do that kind of thing. Like I've got some training, but I'm not a denturist. I'm not licensed to be working inside of people's mouths. And as far as I'm concerned, working on appliances is a craft project. Like that's just me, but yeah. Valium. Yeah, that's it. Valium. Thank you. Yes, Valium and 2 Halcyon. Thank you for that. That was going to plague me until I remembered. I had a Valium and 2 Halcyon and couldn't remember a damn thing. And it was fantastic. John can drive around the country horseshoeing uppers, right, Kim? What a life, right? I just moved from Toledo. Okay, black market sales. Had Ativan. Yeah, it's some kind of cocktail like that usually, and they supposedly gave me the gas too. I couldn't tell you. I don't remember shit from that day. I remember them being done and me sending my husband next door to Tropical Smoothie Cafe to get me a Mocha Madness smoothie before we left, and I ate it going home with a spoon. And I kept taking all the gauze out of my mouth and trying to talk, or trying to take my denture out and trying to talk, because I'm a talkative person, believe it or not, very conversational like. And yeah, I remember that part, but I don't remember the procedure. And then when I went back to have my bite adjusted, they pulled up a before picture from where they apparently had me smile with my natural teeth so that they could have a look at the bite that I had, which I didn't really have a bite. Like my uppers met with my lowers, like at the occlusal edges. So like there was my front teeth didn't go in front of my back teeth or in front of my bottom teeth at all. Like there was just no bite, and my back teeth didn't touch. because of it. No bite. I had a dentist joke with me one time that he had no idea how I ate because I didn't have a bite. It wasn't class A. It wasn't class. It wasn't class 1, class 2, class 3. It just, there was no bite. It was weird. Yeah, but anyway, so they pulled that up and they let me have a look at it. And when I had a look at it, I had one eye going this way and one eye looking over here. And I was just like, oh man, never get that high again. Never get that high again. That's bad. That's so bad. I remember the whole procedure. Girl, not me. I can't understand why. I mean, I understand why not, but it's not like I needed that memory erased. It's like it would have been fine. I've had teeth pulled before. I've had cavities filled. I've had root canals done. I've had caps put on. I've had veneers done. I've had all kinds of things done inside of my mouth. Please don't take that out of context. I'm saying all kinds of stuff that you could take out of context today. I've had all kinds of dental work done. Is that better? And there was really no reason for me to be so high that I couldn't remember the procedure. Like, it was a little bit of overkill, if you want my honest opinion. Two Valium before my sedated procedures. Yeah, probably Valium. So here's the funny. I left the dentist and was outside waiting for daughter to pull up when saliva and blood just poured out my mouth with no warning. All over my Vicodin prescription. They had to write a new one. Oh my God. That's craziness. I haven't had just the lit out of nowhere happen, but I have. Okay. You know that thing from like high school where and it shoots a little bit of saliva out? They call it gleeking. Like if you gleek, I would gleek like all the time whenever I first had my teeth pulled out. Like it would be like pew, pew, pew. So I spent a lot of time talking like this out of habit because this is how I talked when I had those gnarly teeth inside of my face. But also I would end up with the back of with my hand covered in freaking spit from gleeking all over the place whenever I first got my dentures. They told me don't talk today. Anyone else told that? Yeah, I got told that, but yeah, I didn't listen. I went home and made a video. I totally went home and made a YouTube video. It was fantastic. Do you know more women are worried about their appearance than men not cutting men down? Yeah, I get it, Christina, totally. My immediates see more of my bottoms than uppers. Don't like the look. You know, you can have that changed with your permanent dentures. Just let them know that you're after that more upper than lower look, and they'll totally make adjustments for it. Optimistically cynical. Thank you for the joke. Cerebral palsy. I get it. You're so funny. Judy, I'm getting my intermediate set made and told them to make the top longer and the bottoms lower. Yep, you can totally make those requests and they can totally make those adjustments for you. Don't let them tell you otherwise because that's a damn lie. Adjustments can be made until things are set in acrylic, and even then they can still be made. Maybe not the major adjustments like, you know, moving the whole row of teeth longer or lower and moving the lower row of teeth down some, like moving your smile line basically. But adjustments can still be made after things are set in acrylic. So don't. Okay, here's a piece of advice I was given, and it's absolutely worked out for me 100%. Like, I come off as a bitch sometimes because of it whenever I'm at the dentist office, but things get done the way that I want them to be done. Put your ass in the chair and refuse to put your ass out of the chair until you're happy. Like just that simple. My ass was in the chair for over an hour when I went for my wax try-ins. And then my ass was in the chair for another hour and a half when I got my permanent dentures delivered. So plant your ass in the chair and don't unplant your ass until you're happy. Like once you're out of the chair, all bets are off. So make sure that your experience has left you feeling good about your experience before you end it. My jaw hurts after taking my dentures out at night. Also, my dentures are giving me headaches. Is that normal? The dentures giving you headaches thing could be that you're clenching your teeth together without realizing it. I did that a lot my first few months with dentures. The jaw hurting after taking your dentures out at night, that used to happen to me too. It's because my face was tired. I know that sounds really... See, I say tired and I yawn. That's awesome. No, my face was tired. Like literally, like I worked extra hard all day long to chew food and to form words and to get back to doing things in a way that other people could understand, you know, why I was doing what I was doing. Last but not least, we have the lady who stole the show, the one and only Rick. Talk about she's great abilities. Okay, can you hear me now? Hello. Is the sound back? There. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna put it back to the snowball mic because, like, I moved it to the webcam because the snowball mic came unplugged. Okay, can you still hear me now? For technical difficulties. My apology. My gums feel so much better after I take my dentures out. Is this normal? It is. Mark, thank you for the question. Your gums are not designed to handle bite forces the way that your bones are designed to handle bite forces. So while we're still putting the pressure on our bones with our dentures, ultimately we're putting the pressure on our bones to chew and eat and, you know, bite and all of that. First, it gets filtered through the gums, and the gums are not used to that. Your gums are tired after putting up with having all that pressure on them all day long. So yeah, it is 100% normal for your gums to feel better after you take your dentures out. Absolutely. If it's a matter of localized pain on the surface of the gums themselves, that's something you need to take your dentures back to your dentist, denturist, dental technician, and have an adjustment made. But overall tiredness of the gums, 100% normal. Okay, back to what you're saying. Dude, what was I saying? I don't know where it cut off. I remember what I was saying. I was talking about I was talking about dentures not maybe shouldn't give you a headache, but for me, my jaw used to hurt whenever I would take my dentures out at night. Yeah, about headaches. Okay, yeah, back on track, right? So what you're doing is you're forcing all of your muscles in your mouth to learn a new way to talk after you spend all day forming words, all day trying to chew things and maybe clenching your jaw together, because we do that sometimes. It makes your muscles And your joints tired. Like it's like starting a new workout routine, but for your face. And so everything gets tired. And by the end of a day, let's say you have your chompers in for 12 hours and then you take them out. At the end of 12 hours is a long workout. Okay. So yeah, your jaw might hurt and it might be sore and your facial muscles might be like, shoot me. Oh, I think my son just got home from school. So that's going to be pretty normal. The headache thing, the only thing that I would think to attribute that to would be clenching your teeth, in which case, if you can remember to put your tongue between your teeth, like this, you don't clench them because you bite through your tongue. Hey, Peter. What's up? Okay, you have homework?
Nope.
You have spelling words?
I forgot to take those here.
Bring them home tomorrow or you're grounded.
Okay.
Why don't you go ahead and get yourself a snack? Okay.
My stomach. I got a stomach ache right in the middle class.
I'm sorry to hear that, honey. You're okay now, though, right?
Yes.
Oh, good. Ready to take them out as soon as I put them in. I felt like that for at least the first 3 months. It took quite a long time for me to get used to them. Get used to speaking in them, get used to eating in them, and to the point where they wouldn't, like my face wasn't tired all the time. Like it took a couple of months. Too numbed up to have lip control, have Elvis lip going on. How long before it wears off and I can see what my smile will look like? It's going to be a few hours, okay? For me, the numbs didn't wear off until about 8 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock at night, and I had my procedure done around 2 p.m. I want to say. Hello, photobombing son.
Can I get birthday cake ice cream?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna get out the photo now.
Okay. Bye. Hunk of Vernon Love. Had mine a month this Wednesday. Okay. Yeah, your smile isn't necessarily going to look like the first smile that you make at yourself in the mirror. I had not smiled in so long, like properly, like just that's all I did because my teeth were so gnarly for so many years. I forgot how to smile, and my first 2 weeks worth of smiles looked like, or like, like, and it would be different if I had both sets of teeth in because it was like, and you could see both sets like a lot. It was like, and it was weird. But after a couple of weeks of practicing and smiling whenever I found something funny, and smiling at my kids, and smiling at strangers in the drive-thru, and smiling at strangers in the mall, and smiling because I could. I finally retrained my face muscles how to make a smile. So if you've got that going on, like if your first smile after the numb wears off is weird looking to you, that might have something to do with why. You're just going to have to learn how to do it again.
Can I just eat it out of the container?
No, put it in a bowl. Go on.
I'll keep the bowl in.
Okay, Pete. He really wants to sit here asking me if he can eat ice cream out of the box. I still don't know how to smile. I know, man. It takes a while. Hated my smile at first because I wasn't used to them and my gums were swollen. Right? I had that going on too. Never took a selfie before dentures. Now I do it every day. I used to take selfies, but they were me with a serious face. Always lips closed. Always. Like, I haven't taken a smiling picture since 2004. Yeah. Hadn't taken one since 2004, which is a really long time. Wow. I still catch myself putting my hand over my mouth. Christina, I've had my dentures for a year now, and I still do it every once in a while. I'll be like, hey, oh, wait. Yeah, it's okay for me to smile right now. It takes a little while to get used to doing it, and your first smile is going to be swollen tissues, and your smile's not going to look like how your first one does. So don't worry, if it's one that you don't like, it'll change. Finally, after about 7 weeks post-dental implant op, smiling felt more natural. Yes. Laughing without covering my mouth took forever too. Now that's not an issue. Josh, I'm so happy to hear that. That's so great for you, dude. Thank you so much for letting everybody know about that. It's really, really important to hear more than one person's point of view and more than one person's experience on this journey, man, because everybody's is different. So I appreciate you guys being so open in here and with each other and stuff. Like, y'all are so super helpful, and maybe you don't even realize it, but you guys rock so damn hard. Thank you guys all for doing what you do. I still slur some of my words. I gotta catch myself. I do that too, Judy. Every once in a while I'll be like, bleh, word vomit, bleh, 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 bleh. And my husband, who will pick on me about it, will be like, was that English? Like, him's terrible. You guys are very talky today. I want your mouth, Josh. Yes, you have an absolutely beautiful smile. You are amazing. It is. You need to do more live videos. You think so? I thought that doing them once a week was maybe pushing the limits a little bit, because the live thing is more Kayla's thing than mine. I like to do traditional videos where she's not so big on the traditional videos, but anymore I'm like running out of stuff to talk. Like, I've already covered almost every topic that you can possibly cover concerning dentures and mouth stuff. I don't know what else I could say about teeth in a video that I haven't already said. Everyone is calling me Mr. Smiley and Hollywood. It's hilarious. Everyone called me Hollywood at first too. Especially after I got these suckers, because my very first set, my immediate dentures were shade B2, A2, I forget, but they weren't the whitest of the non-bleach shades, and they're like look really yellow compared to these. So when I first got these, everybody started calling me Hollywood, and I was like, oh man, okay, now I'll take it. It's fine. We missed you so much that we're chatty. Oh, this is awesome. It is helpful. Okay, awesome. Cool beans. Okay, more lives then. More lives then. I feel like with the lives. Well, hello, Milo. Thank you for scratching yourself in my live. You silly dog. There he goes. Where's he at? Hi. Hi. Come on, though. Come up. Hi. Puppy power. All right, go on. Got the whitest I could do with my skin color. Josh, I know what you mean. I'm sorry, but I've had a lot of work done. And even when I was in treatment, people would always be like, wow, your teeth are so beautiful. I'd be like, thank you. I've had a lot of work done. I'm glad it's noticeable. Like, that's really all anybody ever has to say. I've had work done. Because it's true. Your teeth are beautiful. Oh my God, they're so white. Thank you. I thank you for noticing. I had a lot of work done. Thank you. And it was just that easy. Easy as pie to just smooth with that response. Like, yes. Not like, oh, these old things. I drink too much coffee, but thanks. Like, you don't have to be self-deprecating with your smile anymore. And it's fan-damn-tastic. Where it would look natural. I didn't go for natural looking. I didn't. I'm sorry. I have too much money invested in my mouth for that shit to look natural. Like, it looks like veneers, and that's what I let people believe it is. Veneers. That's fine. I don't care. If I join a denture group on Facebook, can people see that I have questioned people whose business... Oh, can people see that I have people whose business this is not? If the group is a closed group, no. If it's a secret group, absolutely not. If it's a closed group, nobody outside the group will ever see what you post. And anybody that's going to hunt through the stuff that you're part of that hard, you probably don't want to be friends with anyway. So no, you should be able, as long as it's not like an open and public group, you should be able to join a closed or a secret group very easily without everybody on your timeline going, oh, what are you joining denture groups for, dude? Like, yeah, you don't have to worry about that. Most of the groups that are any good are closed groups anyway. With how much it costs? Heck yeah. You know, I got $9,000 plus all those years of dental work before inside of my face. Yeah, it don't have to look real. It just can't look plastic. It can look bleached. It can look veneered. I don't care. It just can't look like dentures. When I got mine, I went to a family get-together. No one was talking to me. I was like, did I do something wrong? Well, come to find out they didn't recognize me. It was funny. I got tons of compliments. Christina, that's so awesome. Oh my God. Nobody recognized you? That's crazy. So they can't see I'm in a denture group. No. Unless they go hunt, like it doesn't post a notification on your timeline like Kay Lobaugh joined, you know, me and my dentures private group or whatever. Like that won't happen. Nobody's gonna know that you joined a denture support group unless they go digging in like your likes and your groups and that's just, nobody ever goes there, man. Nobody ever goes there. And if they do, like I said, you don't need a creeper like that in your life anyway. Because that's just weird. How's that ice cream treating you, Pete? Oh my goodness. What? Because I watch Gameranks. Oh, it'll be okay. It's like, why is Gameranks on? Like, that's a channel that he watches. And I'm like, because I watch it. And he was like, oh, the gamer parent generation. Our kids look at us like we're fucking retarded. Like, what do you mean you watch the same gaming channel as I do? Like, you didn't invent gaming, little 9-year-old boy. You can have many seats. Sit, 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 sit. Okay, since the Pete is home, it is nearly 3 o'clock. I'm sure I've been at this for over an hour. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you all so much for your questions and for helping each other out. Nope, I'm a stranger going to some weird family get-together. Party smashing. Party smashing actually sounds like a lot of fun. I haven't crashed a party since I was in my early 20s. I used to crash the occasional wedding reception. It was a lot of fun. Have a great day. Love you, friend. Love you too, Josh. Love you all. Thank you all for being here. I will try and put another live up. I'll do another live the next time I'm not babysitting. I think I have my granddaughter tomorrow. Let me double check that. Who is sending me? Oh, clear. Tuesday. Becca's got a doctor's appointment. And then she's got work. So I'll have the baby for like an hour tomorrow. So I'll try and do another live like tomorrow morning or something. But again, thank you guys for being here. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Have a great rest of your week. It is only Monday. It can only get better from here, right? I will catch you guys next time. And until then, be good to each other. Keep smiling and keep being awesome. Bye.